Hi guys, and welcome to a very special broadcast. Today I just wanted to go over really quick how I make patterns. So this is going to be a short video about technically using Adobe Photoshop to create patterns and mostly using the offset tool, but I'm going to go through the complete ideation to the end with you. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, this is a square template that I have. I believe it is, let's see, 9 by 9, yeah, and 300 pixels per inch. This is to keep it big enough for using in print, of course. But I also have this big template back here, which is, let's see, just like, yeah, a randomly large size, basically. This is to tile the patterns, and you can see them bigger and bigger. So, 9 by 9 on here is about like this big. So I can see them all lined up next to each other, if that makes sense. Alright, so let's start making a pattern. I'm just going to start with something that makes it clear what's going on tileably in the tile system. So I'm going to make this little heart, and then I'm going to try doing a bigger heart off the side and just kind of eyeball it to see how close I could get it to actually lining up. And then I'm going to make a bottom up here and a top down here. So when this is tiled, this should connect to this should connect to this. Makes sense, right? So what I'm going to do next, you can actually do with multiple layers. If I wanted to put, like, say, a red dot in here or something, and I'm like, ooh, that's the heart, the one with the red dot. But if I had multiple layers, I would have to group them first, duplicate the layer or the group, because I want to keep all this information separate for me to work on, but then for the pattern you have to make a flat layer for it. And then once you have a flattened layer, then you select the entire thing with the Marquee tool, the entire canvas, go to Edit, Define Pattern. You can name it whatever you want, it really doesn't matter. And then once you have that, you go to the bigger file, and here's the other edit file thing. You have to go to Edit, Fill. Now usually fill is set to foreground color, so it would be whatever color you have up front, but you have to go to Pattern and select the most recent one that you've made. And then it fills it with it. Now that looks like a bunch of nonsense. So what we want to do is basically you can see the line very clearly defining where this pattern is tiling. Ooh. Here, let's outline it in red. So you can see this is like pattern, very evident, cut off, weird. So what we're going to do to eliminate that is go back to our small pattern. We're going to turn off the flatten layer because we don't really need the flatten layer except for when we're making the pattern. And we're going to go back into our groups. So this is the heart pattern. Here's the dot. What I want to do is offset them. So basically what this does, this is the filter other offset. That's where the tool is. It's at the very end of the line. And it basically just moves the pixels around. So you're not deleting any information here. You can see how it like shifts from left to right, up to down. And of course you can see how the red dot has been left behind. So I wanted to show that to you guys what multiple layers do. All you have to do is offset again with that layer, and it's going to be the same values as it is here. So you're not losing anything. It's very easy to correct. So I'm going to go to the red dot, and I'm going to go to filter, and now offset is at the top of it, and I'm just going to press that. Boom, it's right in the heart again. So now I'm going to go to the layer with the issues, the black layer, and I'm just going to work out these hearts and make sure that they don't look like there's a massive line through them or that they're very oddly cut off. And obviously I'm doing this real messy just for you guys, but you can go to full detail here and make it all beautiful. And so these hearts are looking pretty good, and I'm going to duplicate this layer again. So I just Alt drag and then Control E to collapse. Then I'm using the Marquee tool, which is just M. And I'm going to Edit, Define Pattern. Any name is fine. Go to the new file, put a new layer on there, go to Edit, Fill, change the pattern to the newest one, and boom, there are our hearts, infinitely tiled. You could put this on literally any size of file in here, and you can get a majorly big swath of pattern. So that's basically how I pattern, guys. Great, I'm getting a call. There we go. Sorry, my phone went off. I hope that you have fun patterning. It's really simple when you use these tools. Basically, mostly what you need to remember is the edit panel for define pattern and fill, and then the filter, other, offset. Those are the key things to remember from this video. So go out there, pattern the world, make it beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below or reach out to me on any of the social medias in the description. Thank you so much. See you later.